mano di qua, una dall'altra parte, lei è lì. Now we have the middle blocker. Okay, girl, be more ready, cover, somebody long has to stay every time. And remember that it's super important that we are aggressive on the second touch in transition.
Broad-ranging timeout from Santarelli there. Sorry, Lavarini. Let's see if they try and tip on Sarah Farr in defense after her service.
Well, they're back within 3 here. This is closest they've been for a while, Conegliano. Map off the net. Well, they can go to Farr all they like. Unfortunately, there's a great big block in the way first.
Well, it looked like she was not really committed to getting past the block. She decided where she wanted to swing. Ends up trying to go low and aggressive instead of taking that a bit more aggressive angle, trying to create some challenges for the block placement.
Well, there is the tip. Got there in the end.
Second time of asking does deliver. But an important series of break points for Conegliano. Pressure now falls to Milano. Can they keep this advantage through the last third of the set? 25 might seem a long way away.
Was that missed? It has. That was, well, bread and butter, really, for Bella Haak. We've seen her bury those for years. Maybe it's just one of those days today. That was a chance to reduce the arrears to 2. Now it could be 5. Oh, no, Ticinaro. Gabby sends it to the rafters. In from Lanier. Bozio. Igonu. Momentum massively back in Milano's favour.
Stunning defense from De Gennaro and Zhuting. But in the end, Igonu with another strong attack. Well managed in transition. Relieves the pressure just a fraction. 5-point advantage. Ease towards the 20s.
De Gennaro's 40 next year.
Doesn't play like it.
Oh. Absolutely awesome. So the double change. Merita Digwe coming on as opposite. Big front court here. And Jenny Ewards coming on to set, coming on to serve. Oh, that was snappy and quick. Kurtajic, very impressive.
Really nice adjustment from Bosio on the position of that set as she's moving towards position 4. Kurtajic stays in the seam.
Good serve. First swing for Adigwe. Points gone to Milano. They throw it up the sea for a challenge. Has there been an admission here? Let's take a look. It's a great angle for it. Yes, that's taken a little deflection off Piva's arm.
Some more protestations immediately from the Milano blockers. Actually, yes.
Well, it was Kurtajic saying she didn't touch it. How does she know? It was on the other side. 15-19. The job not done yet here for Milano. Great ball in. And the recycle from Igonu goes the same way. Free ball offered up. These are the chances Conegliano have to take. And they've gone to Gabby, who does exactly that.
Donna Lavarini asking, what are we doing on this tip? The second time, the free ball over, it's just not creating enough pressure. And when you have this many quality players for Conegliano, that's going to be a point almost every time.
shooting. Plays it pretty safe with the serve. Oh, some swing that from Piva.
Much more decisive choice from Piva to go down the line.
Oh,
the great man himself, Julio Velasco.
hello, King. I mean, not that the top coaches ever have any time off, but his summer is going to be particularly busy again. Always a joy to hear from him, to watch his teams. Oh, very fast first tempo working for Kitty Keller.
Nice adjustment from Jenna Ewart, being able to find a different look and just ask some different questions to the Milano blockers. Staying in touch.
First season in Italy for Ewart. Right from Germany. The opportunity, and when Caneliano come knocking, you generally don't say no. Igonu with the set, Lania with the tip, it does enough to beat far.
That's a nice variation from Lania as well. She's been going strong cross early, then the line, now goes for the tip. Not providing the same look multiple times in a row.
Kurtadic. De Gennaro. Pass just about perfect. Swing not, no. But Gabby makes amends pretty quickly. Right, 18-21. Merit Adigwe. He goes after that serve, but the first touch is good. Lanier. Block a decent one. Not good enough to find the floor, though. Oh, De Gennaro. Oh, manages to get up and return the ball. Unbelievable effort from Moki. And it results in a point. That might be a hitting error, but chalk that one up for the legendary libero, Monica De Gennaro.
The scramble is a result of De Gennaro playing this ball inside 3 meters without a recognised setter on the court for Caneliano. If she had a time again, she might have tried to bring that a little bit further off. And as it stands, Caneliano just 2 to arrears.
Oh, what a service! Another error. Although Igonu is claiming otherwise. Lavarini thinks he's seen something. Igonu thinks she's seen something. And if she hasn't, it is game on in set 2.
It really felt like Milano were in the driver's seat. Just needed to keep it ticking over. They looks like they have a lot more control. So nowhere near the block.
Here we go. What a challenge now for Vero Volley Milano. The ringing in the ears of the drums and the songs and the blood in the ears from the errors. But they're still a side out away from a breakpoint lead. Lanier. Gabby over on one, and Taniesi, the coolest head in the building.
Excellent service from Adigwe. It is just that millimeters, the couple of centimeters to keep that ball on the Caneliano side of the net.
Silver Wash back on court. Sarah Farr, there is a new energy about Caneliano.
Double sub had great effect. So a little bit of difference in setting choices from Ewart. Adigwe getting a couple of really good swings and some excellent service pressure. Dalderop takes her lead from the court. The team returns.
22-21. And Egonu back in business.
It's a big moment in this set. Egonu has played many big moments and is not phased at all. She's going to keep going for it.
Lanier. Milano still have this all-important breakpoint lead. They can side out their way to leveling this final. But that's a more comfortable swing from Hawk, and that is a good sign for Conegliano.
Struggled a lot with the slower ball when it was setting from off the net or out of system situations. When she can go fast, she can just out-physical almost any block in the world.
22-23 far. Conegliano just can't make any errors from here on in. Egonu. Oh! That was not clean, but it does not matter. They all count for one. And it's 2 set points here for Milano. Oh.
The defensive positioning, the block positioning was 99% correct. 99% is not enough.
Sartori on to serve. Milano with the set point, 24-22. What happens to the next point doesn't matter. They will have a side-out opportunity to win the set no matter what. Sartori for the set. Oh, it's close. That is a brave leave. Wow. They're going to challenge this. Why not?
It's worth a look.
Any part of the ball on any part of the line, and it is 1 set each.
Not a lot of confidence being displayed, but it definitely was close to the line.
You can't carry your challenges over, can you? You may as well. Ah, the ball's out. The ball's out. By a mile. Either way, Benedetta Sartori dared to dream. Gabby will have been nervous for a split second.
Okay, watch out the net touch, because after timeout she can play even roll shot, but this is something that we watch. We start normal for the bomb. Ragazze, ho posto in seconda linea, avete la possibilità di lavorare i colpi, pensate cosa c'è dietro. Vai, forza!
This is the opportunity that Vera Volley Milano have worked so hard for in this set. They've been reeled in by Conegliano, but they've still kept their destiny in their hands. Isabella Haak to serve. Has to be in, has to make them work, and it does. Egonu for 1-1, no, denied. Voosh, Zhuting, sends it mid-court. And it's a down ball. This to level the scores. Oh, it's 24-24. Conegliano.
Composure from Conegliano and Gabby in particular to push the tempo on that contact, really speed things up, make Conegliano feel like they have no time to make a decision on block. Really brave play. Ties things up.
This was 23-17. Oh, what a serve, but the touch is good. Egonu. It's another set point.
This time changes the angle, not going hard to the cross court, goes a bit more towards the middle, takes on the seam.
God, to blow a 5-point lead would be absolutely huge, but now to hold on for Milano and win this set would feel like a massive victory. Oh, shooting. Untouchable.
Di Gennaro and Gabby in reception. They are covering a lot of court. They're being really aggressive. Zhuting can get onto her attack route really early.
Here he is serving. So that's 3 set points defended now for Conegliano. They've not had an opportunity themselves. Igonu from deep. Oh, come on. Paolo Igonu. Yeah, Santarelli, you nod your head. We've just seen something miraculous.
That is filthy. That is an absolutely incredible angle, and to go for it in that moment, phenomenal.
Set point. Gabby. Oh, blocked! And that is the set done, and it's gone Milano's way. Two massive plays. And as Canelliano was circling like sharks, Milano can swim free to win the second set. And it's Bosio who's got it.
Never in doubt.
Said no one ever. One set each here. Well. Milano have levelled at the Palo Verde, having gone down 20-25 in the first. They've won the second 27-25. Wow. That was, I mean, the Igonu shot to tee it up. Let's take a look at the stats. What do you see there that stands out?
Well, Milano really picked up the block, and their attack numbers really improved. So they picked up some blocks in critical moments, especially there at the end. But they just scored better. They found the solution they wanted, especially from position 4, working a lot on the line against the Voash block. And that opens up the game for later on more difficult decisions, and then Igonu can take over in crunch time.
Set 3. We are locked at 1 apiece. All the big names are turning up, as you'd expect, as you'd hope. And Asha Voash gets the third set underway. Little tip, it's a bit too passive from Milano at the start of set 3, but Igonu can get her hands down to that one, and tee up Lanier to unload.
Speeds up really nicely to finish the point. But once more, Hawk really struggling on the outer system situations. The block is in a good spot against her, forcing her to take more risk than she's probably comfortable with or be too confident.
Wash. Gabby with the swing, but what about the set? Off balance. Awesome.
To jump for that set off the left foot, so you're losing a lot of the momentum to push with speed, and then just trust that the wrist and hand strength is enough to fire it into the window. Gabby can approach full speed.
It's Gabby with the serve, well left. Piva and Lanier. Gabby currently the top scorer in the game, but a couple in the ABS club, Kotajic being one of them and Kiri Keller being the other. Good night for those middles. Oh, fingertips of Sarah Farr. And then she's back to make that first touch and to get it back, and that's great defense. Turned into great offense, finished by Piva.
Unbelievable defense. This ball had smoke coming off it as it passed the net, and then a really composed swing from Piva to finish it off. Senior, brilliant job in position 5.
Lanier serving 3-1 Milano, but help themselves to an early breakpoint lead again. Var. Down the line, Lanier, good reception. Oh, Piva manages to thread the needle there between the block and the antenna to find the line.
There has to be a fair degree of risk to take this shot, but this is a risk worth taking for Milano. If they play it safe, they either have to try and trust the recycle or really take on the block.
2-4, Hark. Well, that is the aggression they want from her. Wow.
Full credit to Anna Dagnese standing in there. She did not back off.
Not sure she had much choice in the matter. It came at her pretty sharp. She'll have time for a breather now. Casino back on. Piva pushes that long.
The long ball set does ask a lot of the hitter to get there at the top of the jump and be able to be really aggressive.
Park. Pass is good again, but the block is better. Igonu immediately offers the apology.
Rossio really only had one choice to fix this ball. It wasn't a ball where she could create any angles. Igonu just had to run straight and hit straight. Didn't have time to change anything on her approach.
Second block of the game then for shooting. Followed up with the service error, so Caneliano's lead doesn't last long. Igonu. There's always the feeling, isn't there, after a really dramatic end to a set, that it's almost like we're in a race just to get to 20 all, so the fun can really start. Good touch by Hark. Can she swing on this? Can she finish it? No. Lanier's backcourt. Igonu! Too good for De Gennaro.
And of both of the opposites on the court, starting for these sides, Igonu has been the better throughout the game, being able to deal with these difficult situations. Hark being either dug or making direct errors most of the time when it's not a perfect fastball for her.
Piva. Shooting on reception. Oh, it's good defense. Gabby trying to find the solution after that bump set. They'll get another chance though. Hark goes for the chop herself. Igonu-esque.
Been studying her opponent. And this time doing it from the second line, going back row, and then that is another crazy angle. Gabby super calm in defense on the cross-court ball as well.
Christina Kirikela, 7-6. We are onside out in the third set. Bosio. It's a little too passive. It's a good opportunity for Corneliano. They've not converted. Igonu. She found the line. Gosh, she has. She's just on the cook, isn't she, Paula Igonu?
It's a conscious decision by Corneliano to leave her a lot of space on the line and try and force this shot and trust that there's one defender in a small area. Igonu making it count though.
Good Tadic. Bella Hack, we have a little challenge. Oh, Lamarini does not like it. Lanier saying, don't worry.
He has gone and signalled for the challenge, and then after that being waved away, to the letter of the law, that probably should be a challenge.
Vowash, fed in by Piva. Lanier, lots of space in that corner for Kalia Lanier.
She started to find a few more of her instinctive natural swings cross-court. As a result of working a bit stronger on the line, a tip or two.
Shooting from backcourt this time.
Great tempo. There's nothing that the block and defense from Milano can do. There's barely a chance for Dagnese to get up onto her toes, let alone jump over the net for that second jump on the block.
9-8. Oh, we could be taking a trip to Brooklyn here. How exciting. Shooting. Vosh back to Shooting. Ah, she spoils the fun. 10-8 and Shooting has gone up a gear.
What a way to spoil the fun. This is a blistering cross-court ball.
You know it's good when she reacts like that. Breakpoint lead, Corneliano. Block touch on Igonu, but it's not enough to finish the job, but... Oh, Big C held up. Big C, and this time they will get the challenge. Who's going to admit this for Corneliano?
It was a very aggressive set. I think she's missed Far. Far is a little bit too late to get the hands in the spot that Igonu was going for.
So why is Igonu so convinced that's got a touch then?
Sometimes hitters have that feeling of where they think the block is going to be. They see the block out of the periphery and they have some sort of idea of what they think is going to happen. And Far has made some move different. She's reached a little bit more with her hands perhaps rather than going forward. And it's done enough to convince Igonu.
Had Far got there in time, there probably would have been a block touch. Alas, better late than never in this case. And it's a decent lead now for Corneliano. Nice touch on that by Hart, just to make life difficult. Oh, the net. The net, not Corneliano's friend there.
Lavarini expressing his opinion quite clearly as to where Voash played this ball, sorry, where Hart played this ball. Got a bit scrappy, but they're all worth one, as you said, Dave.
He's got a perpetual scowl, isn't he?
Even when he's smiling, he looks unhappy sometimes.
Yeah. Yes.
But a lover of volleyball, passionate student of the game, so invested in every team that he coaches. He is 100% in. You never fail to feel that passion from him.
And I think a sign of a great coach is how much the players love to play for him. They love to play for him. So, a couple of service errors then, and we're made it a 2-point game. Garcinia working incredibly hard, as she so often does. Gabby puts that in nicely, and Caneliano just keep things ticking over.
Ball has been called out.
Oh.
Gosh, insisting that this ball was in.
Well, let's take a look, shall we? Siva Wash there pointing, saying in. Is this another one of those instinct things? I've said this a few times. I've always taught, like sartorially, that when you're dressing in formal wear, oh, the squish factor, not in favour. Better volley. Back in touch of distance. Yes, sartorially, your shirt should always be lighter than your suit jacket or your sports coat. But Santarelli, with the navy underneath the blue, I think he's rocking it. I think it's a great look. Back underway, 1 point game. Milano level through Igonu. 12-12.
She has the look in her eye right now.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a cool start to the game. Now she's rolling. Igonu starting to bring the heat.
Yeah, leading point scorer now, all from attacks, 14 points. He's got ahead of Huck, who's on 13. Danesi. That's just back in the way, shooting. De Gennaro sends it back, and it's a net touch ball there. No, it's a net or antenna? Antenna. So someone touched the net there, they haven't. Shooting with an error. Milano ahead. Decent run of points here for the visitors. They're going to have another chance to swing on one. Piva. Oh, she's only gone and done it. And Milano have a 2-point lead.
Well managed high ball, shifted all the way to 4. Creates just enough time for Caneliano to second guess themselves. Block and defense not on the same page, not on the same tempo. Result in a timeout.
I ask you to close here completely because here no point. Then 1 and 2. And stop, that's it. 1 versus 1, Bella. 1 versus 1. Oh, aggressive. Oh, here I continue to say, he's here, No here, Okay.
Very clear instructions from Santarelli about where he wants the block and defense to be, and that they're willing to give up some parts of the court in order to make it really difficult for Milano, but the consistency hasn't been there often enough, and Milano have been willing to take enough risk, particularly from position 4 as the game has gone on, to cause enough trouble for Caneliano.
5 points in a row then for Milano. That run brought to an end by Zhu Ting. Huck gets after that one. Lanier, lovely ball in. Piva spent a little while in the hands, let's just say.
That is the question being asked by Santarelli. Who made the last contact here? But it's the risk. Yeah, sorry, this is the risk that has been forced.
Slide attack, that works.
The block position from Caneliano, where it's moved a long way inside, and they're doing it on both sides. So Igonu has a lot of space on the line, and the position 4 attack has a lot of space on the line. But, excuse me, Milano are willing to take that risk to take on those open spaces.
Zhu Ting is running at 46%. Piva, nice recycle. So nice, she gets the ball back and the opportunity to score, which she does, keeping that breakpoint lead.
looks a lot more composed, a lot more organized for Milano on that second swing. So we see Lavarini, who's gone to the Johnny Cash school of sartorial elegance.
But he never killed a man in Reno. 16-14. Gabby. Oh, now that is a little net touch. Kurtadic, 4 arms on the tape.
He's got 4 arms.
Yes, he's got 4 arms, yeah. Imagine how good you'd be at blocking. 15-16. Oh, that's nice. And nice from Bosio as well to just go straight back to Kurtadic after the net touch.
It's a nice response, shows the confidence in the hitter, gives her a chance to make up for it, keep her head in the game mentally.
(15-17). Gabby. Defense. Lanier. She hasn't got the touch. They're going to challenge this as well. Tasty on the challenges tonight, Vera Volley. You can see what she's trying to do there. Oh, it's close, actually.
It's very close. It's passed over the seam, so there's a chance it could have hit either blocker. There has been an admission just out of our frame. No, we'll take a good look at it. Or timeout even.
Yes, because it's 18-15.
Entra però, se sei super in ritardo entra e non abbassare il muro troppo. E watch out, tip, setter tip, vai, go!
He had the vision early on from the Canigliano timeout where Santarelli looked very animated about, we have to stick to the plan. We cannot fall into old habits because they're comfortable. We have to do this thing that we say we're going to do for it to work. Very calm and composed, Stefano Lavarini saying, yeah, and let's be ready for a setter tip.
Yeah, sure. This is a good lead now. Oh, wow. Canigliano serve receiving concrete boots. The ace drops down from Hena Kurtadic. And Milano lead 19-15.
She has really good deception on her contact on the ball. The arm and shoulder look really similar on the short and long serve. Has gone short before, this time goes long.
Well, Gabby pulls one from the fire.
It's a tough ball. She's on a really aggressive approach tempo.
(16) Oh, it got him. Goes down the line. And Milano good for this lead.
They're not scrapping. They're looking much more in control of what's happening on their side of the net. The question now forced the Canigliano to respond.
20 points to 16. Sarah Farr makes it 17-20. On that from Volwash, so De Gennaro steps into set and it's finished by Haag for 18-20.
Much better approach from Isabella Haag.
Non cadrà mai. Se affronti il muro così deve essere solo se vuoi tirargli le dita. Se no, se devi mettere a terra qualcuno, spingerai un pallonetto, ma non è più il momento adesso di far pallonetto, perché fai più vicino alla palla che te c'hai i tuoi colpi. Come siamo?
Reaches this critical moment in set number 3. The bravery required on both sides. Corneliano to stay disciplined in block and defense. Milano to keep the aggression on offense. Quite the balancing act to get us towards the end of this third set.
The tip kept up on the scramble. Doesn't work for Corneliano. It's all going Milano's way right now.
Variation with the block leaving a lot of space on the line. Hock is probably more prepared for that sharp across court angle rather than the ball in front of her.
So the change being made then. Akimova coming in. Sending that serve on its way. Hack blocked. Oh, and then she makes the error. And it's 22-18. And the temperature rising here. And Milano got themselves in an incredible position. Well, she's touched the net. Feet have gone under the net. Piva the first to spot it. And the whistle goes in Verovoli's favour. Akimova can serve again. Gabby. On the tip. Does the job. Corneliano not done yet.
The high ball set's a long way inside, but what this does is it means that it's the hitter's momentum can carry them past where the block thinks the ball is going to drop. And he returns in reception for Akimova.
(1922). Igonu. 1923.
Once more tips on Sarah Farr, recognising the middle in defence. Despite her considerable efforts, doesn't have the control she wants on the touch.
No, not you, Anna. Stay where you are.
Showing a bit of footwork. I think she was going to skip past the defender there.
So Elena Pietrini coming in, second season here in Milano. Shooting, can't finish. She's got off the ball a little bit, shooting. And what a start for Pietrini. First touch, first point, and it's 5 set points for Verovoli Milano.
What a way to start coming into the court.
Set point for a 2-1 lead. Bags of space there.
Double sub will be entering. Jenna Hewitt comes in. Watch out. In.
24-20. Well, Corneliano have pulled some rabbits out of the hat in the last few years, but to win this set really would be one. There it is. Piva finishes the job. Verovoli Milano leading Corneliano at the Palo Verde by 2-1. Those travelling fans, they've got their lightsabers. I think Corneliano might need even stronger weaponry to get back into this one. They're being outplayed and outclassed in every facet of the game, and that slow start from Verovoli in the first set, very much a false dawn for Corneliano. And Milano, having won that third set, 25-20, following the second set, 27-25. They're good for this lead, Liam Sketcher.
Well, they've taken what has been given to them on attack. So there is a clear plan from Conegliano that they're wanting to leave space on both sides next to the antenna and make sure the block is still in the middle of the court. Milano again just out attacking, and it's that risk they've been willing to take, especially in position 4, and create some spaces in other parts of the court. And Egonu started to get rolling. We saw on the last point of that set, the block from Conegliano with Adigwe went to the antenna, and there's no close, opens up the space in the middle. So this is the frustration, that the discipline required from Conegliano to keep doing that difficult thing, even though Milano is taking what's available and profiting from it. Maybe an adjustment needs to come. Shooting with her 13 points, but Piva really finding her way into the match and delivering.
It certainly is. I mean, it will surprise absolutely nobody to know that Paola Egonu is the top scorer in the match. Statistically, these two very similar. Do you think Santarelli might be considering a personnel change?
Well, Harker's gone off the boil. She started out brilliantly on fast balls and then lost a bit of confidence with the ball out of system. Whether that's the change there, or they maybe look for perhaps Adigwe in, or move Juting to the opposite slot, let Dalderop receive a little bit more. They have to find something, or they just have to change the tactic, because at the moment Milano seems to have the solution that's causing enough pressure and it's causing stress for Conegliano. They don't look as composed as they did in the early stages.
The fourth set, and Vero Volley Milano 1 set away from making quite the piece of history. The last time Conegliano were defeated here at the Palo Verde in a league game was in December 2021. That was against Il Visonte Firenze, and that was the game that ended that historic 76-game winning streak where they dominated everyone and everything. Who was the top scorer that day? Paola Egonu with 34 points for Firenze. Fourth set is underway. Milano serving, Milano scoring. Carly Alanier, she's been a bit of an unsung hero of this performance so far as well, hasn't she?
She's found her way into the game. Early on, it seemed like Conegliano had the position that they wanted against her with block and defense. But she's found some points on the line with a couple of tips, and now her more natural shot is starting to open up.
So Milano take the first point. Lovely swing from backcourt though. Juting, if she does start to feel it again.
It's a really flat ball on the pipe. Sorry, Dave. It's so hard for any blocker to be able to make that choice in time.
That'll do. Gabby, really important ace. They're all important at this stage, no matter when they come or where they come. Conegliano, desperate for momentum. Gabby, the kind of player who can deliver that momentum. Oh, he got him. Gets blocked, but Lanier finishes, and that is the difference right now. Big challenge coming here from Santarelli.
Check sulla rete. Tu lo puoi vedere? Check sulla rete.
So do you think there's been a net touch?
Or maybe a reach, an infraction. Whether the last contact at some point was on their side of the net. Well, net touch is the challenge.
So he thinks Egonu has touched the net. Worth pointing out that in that Conegliano defeat, it was Igonu playing for Conegliano, by the way. The top scorer for Firenze was Nuacalo.
It's a very early challenge.
Yes.
At 2-2. That may be a sign of the pressure on the Conegliano side of the net that they need to get every point. There's no freebies. They cannot let Milano get away with anything. We talked about it 45 minutes or so ago. It would be scarcely believable.
Yeah. For sure.
It's the ball touching the net.
She's actually done really well there, hasn't she, Igonu? Because watch the tip, it's come back off her head.
She hasn't had a second go at it.
And then Lanier finishes the job. No complaints there. That's 3 touches, no net touch, and a regulation point for Milano to make it a ballerina's dress. And Lanier thinks that's in. She thinks she's got an ace, and she's got a big smile on her face, so she just waits for the ball to be delivered. She is that confident. She's just popped up with an ace here.
Stefano Leverini, after seeing the challenge, made sure that everyone knows, you have to work with these guys. That ball was clearly in.
Well, this would take her into the ABS club as well. 12 attacks, 1 block so far. Is she about to be the 4th member with Gabi, Kurtajic and Kirikela? Gabi's like, no, it's this far out.
It's a very precise measurement by Gabi.
It was a float serve though, so the squish factor will not be in her favour. Oh, not this time.
Sure, just outside of your frame, Gabi is tapping her head going, see, just so.
I told you, it's this far out. Sarah Farr sends it on its way. Lanier, good reception. Off the hands of Lanier, feeds it in again. Eva, ruthless on the left pin.
I like for the Milano position 4 attackers. They've forced the change in the block position. This time Hark tries to go to the antenna. That opens up the space to go cross court. So the adjustment's been made.
Well, that's scrappy, that is messy, and despite De Gennaro's best efforts, it's not coming back.
Conegliano coaching staff have said we have to do something different on block. We're not executing the plan that we wanted, and it's not having the effect that we desire when we do. Now, is it all open for Milano to attack as they please?
That's some swing from Bella Hark. They need more of that. 4-4. Well, less of that.
Other than all the wash in the last 2 actions from Hark. The story of her night.
Yeah, consistency is key, isn't it? Well, she's involved, I'll give her that.
Call from Vowash to get her to run this inside ball. Just give her a different look, maybe something, a different rhythm. Let her feel like she has a free swing. And build some confidence for the big Swede.
Going for the first tempo. Is there a touch there on the Kurtajic swing? Yes. There's a lot of quite nervy appeals tonight, isn't there? Imploring with the referee to see what they've seen.
It's a sign of Milano are really pushing the envelope. They're having to take this amount of risk. And also from the Conegliano side that they're just not relaxed or confident.
Oh! Well, the challenge is coming thick and fast, but Milano pretty confident.
I think my initial feeling was that ball was quite long. But we will find out.
Well, this might, yeah, I mean, yeah, it was, but it was given in. It's always the hope that kills you, isn't it? We are neck and neck. Except for in round one of what is already shaping up to be a brilliant final series. Conegliano is the #1 seed. They do have the home court advantage, so if we go all the way, the last game will be here at the Palo Verde, but Milano showing they are not intimidated by this illustrious venue and this illustrious team. Bella Haak keeps Conegliano ahead.
She's just starting to move in the direction of some confidence in her attack. She's had a really flat spot in the middle of the game, but there's been trust shown in her that she can stay out there and they'll find the offense that they want. Change now comes on the Milano side. Nova comes in for Igonu. Straight switch with opposites.
Yes. Straight switcheroo. Seen it used as a double sub. Quite like this. If it's going to be a long game, if it's going to be a long series, you don't want to run the battery out on your rock stars early on, do you? Taking a bit of a bump there as well, Igonu.
It seemed like there was some movement from the training staff as she left the court.
Close. Long. Oh, there's been a few of those testy deep serves. Nothing will fix you up like a slap on the back from Eleonora Fersido. Gabby on reception. Tries to get that windmill swing going. Far can't finish, so a chance to take the lead. Oh, buried by Akimova.
It's a really different style of attacker from Igonu. So the space is there, but she's so physical. It's a brutal physicality. Doesn't have the elasticity of Igonu.
But can't back it up with a serve.
Now, those small moments for Milano, those little error or two, just start to have a bit more significance.
Well, this doesn't look good at all. Because that was a calf that was getting attention. Gabby. Oh, they've got the block, but how good from De Gennaro, and Gabby tried, and she's missed, and she's wasted that phenomenal dig by Moki De Gennaro.
It's a brilliant block from Dagnese. And then a nice risk from Gabi, but just misses the sideline.
Oh, what a block by Dagnese. Gets her international teammate Sarah Farr, and that is a breakpoint lead for Milano.
One of the first times with Farr where she's been running into the short side of the court and tried to turn away. She's previously been going really aggressively in the seam on approach.
Nice tip. So just going back to Igonu, if that is in fact a calf, Liam, they usually take a little while to fix up.
It's because you're putting so much strain repetitively through that part of the leg, it's just going to take some rest and recovery time. You can't rush it too much.
Good block. Doesn't take Sarah far long to get one right back.
Starting to assert their authority as we get to some of the serious part of this game.
Ten, 11-10. Service error from Gabby. Real momentum stifler.
The tension is palpable from both sides. Who can feel that they have the confidence and the belief to really push and take this game on? It's there for the taking.
Nobody deep enough for Milano. First tempo enough to do it.
Both setters trying to establish the middle in this middle part of the set. And who will make the choice first to start going to the edges? Or do they go left, do they go right? Starting to play the chess game.
Lanier with reception. Oh, nice tip. Well played by Akimova. She's making a nice impact with her opportunity in the opposite slot.
Another situation with the opposite from Milano being able to tip on Sarah Farr after her serve. Gonu, looks like there's belief on her side at least that she can contribute again in this game.
12-11. Shooting. Misses, well, with a miss hit. From a coaching perspective then, Liam, you've got your superstar opposite Igonu. She says she can play, but Akimova's going okay and you're leading. What do you do as a coach there?
Well, first of all, I wait to see what happens in this point on the recycle play from Zhu Ting. And the tip scores on the second time of asking. You have to trust your medical staff. You have to think about where are we in this series. Is it critical we go for it now and maybe we lose the chance for game 2, but that win on the road might be particularly valuable if you think about the context of the series.
Yeah.
And without the benefit of scanning and imagery, you kind of have to trust the player sometimes.
Double substitution again. Hark out, Volwash out. Oh, that is a monster block. Kitty Keller gets Akimova just as Ewart and Adigwe come in.
Team lines it up beautifully. A little bit of a squeeze on the space of the line against Akimova.
That's a big one. And that levels it up. That breakpoint lead is gone. It's 8 blocks each. Liliano picking up a couple. Piva going body line at Gabby.
Block not in a really defined position. Gabby in the right spot to play that seam, but just catches her a little bit high.
Akimova. Lanier can feed that in. All the way out to Piva, who works it off the hands. Big point and the break point leads back.
She has been fearless in attacking this short distance on the block, whether she's swinging to the space or trying to work off the block.
Good reception. Oh, shooting. This has to go over. Trying to catch Akimova out. Nearly did. Oh, it's defended so well here, Milano. So well. Now an attacking opportunity. The tip well covered. But Akimova overhead. Bosio. Well, they're swinging at everything. It's not always going to come off, but Piva is not going to die wondering.
Block and defense from Corneliano had themselves set up nicely, so they were in a really good position for the strong swing, but people fluffed their lines. Now, just 1 point separating what has been a fascinating and tight fourth set.
Oh, Akimova. Every point now so important, particularly for Milano, with this breakpoint lead.
Targets the smaller blocker in Gabi.
Not a great first touch. De Gennaro. Gabi recycles. That's tight on the net, but it works out for Conegliano. Digwe. Oh, some block that is. Then the tip. Gabi reads that really well. God, what an up. Shooting, can't finish. Akimova can't either. Oh, they grafted for that point, Conegliano.
Fosigno did a brilliant job in an unusual situation. Juting hitting the ball from back row on the left-hand side. Just enough of a strong right hand from Gabi to keep that ball in play.
Kirikella. So evenly poised. Conegliano. One ace away from leveling. Milano continuing to try and side out. Well, 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 there is the error, and that is the moment. 16-16. About to say continue to side out for the breakpoint lead, but that is gone.
Stefano Lavarini taking a look at the bench. Is he looking in the direction of Paolo Egonu, or is he looking for timeout?
Controllo delle situazioni, perché abbiamo dei primi tocchi che possiamo gestire senza fretta. Lo so che sentite che siamo lì e stiamo facendo bene, ed è giusto così. Però mantenete lucidità sulle cose su cui dobbiamo stare un po' più calmi. Primi tocchi, secondi tocchi. Quella palla lì, la velocità è buona, ma arrivagli un pochino di più a lei, perché se si perde un pochino altezza dopo lei fa fatica. Dai ragazzi!
Reached this point in the game and this point in the set where the teams have started to have a pretty good feeling for what they're trying to do tactically against each other. Making her presence felt in her short appearance so far. But it's about who can see the small nuances in the different situations and maybe make that one choice that goes away from the plan just to deal with what's happening in front of them.
Honours even. 16-16. Akimova. Oh, hits a lovely angle. That is fabulous.
Also, it leads her into the space as well. Sets it just far enough inside that the approach from Akimova takes her to the long angle in the court, past the block.
(17-16). Gabi comes straight back with a great angle of her own.
Juting does enough on reception to allow the ball to be sped up by Ewart. Everything going Juting's direction in reception. The serve's coming at her. She's able to get on the step fast. Quite a bit of strapping now.
Yeah.
For Paolo Egonu.
It'll be all about compression, won't it? So Hark back in. Not good enough to stop Lania though.
It's more the block not closed. Hark taking a really wide position, far unable to get there and close the seam. And you can just take her natural approach swing, not having to do any extra work to score.
18-17. Another breakpoint opportunity, but it's tight to the net. Oh, Lanier recycled, but there's nobody there.
It's exactly the situation you work on in practice, to get that set close and be ready for the recycle play there. Covering close, going in the second row to be able to pick up that extra ball.
(18-18). Getting ever closer to the climax of this all-important fourth set, and Conegliano hit the front.
This time Hawk chooses the right spot, dives back inside, doesn't drift out so far to the antenna. Amazingly athletic, physical block from Hawk.
19-18, Conegliano back in business. Akimova hits a good angle, but Hawk equal to it. Recycle. Slapped down and blocked. So much to like about that Conegliano play, even more to like about the Milano response.
These are the nuanced situations. It's a little bit off script. It's not a clean situation. Juting makes the play for the recycle. Everyone else needs to be on the same page. As a result, Milano stay neck and neck.
That ball spent too long in the air not to be fielded, really. Oh yes, Bella Hack.
Exactly the reason why trust has been shown in her to stay out there. Even with some struggles in the middle part of this game, this ball is detonated down the line.
Oh, 2020, here we go. Race to 5, it's a big one.
What another brave swing working the first blocker. This time Hawk.
Well, she has come back in and she has meant business since she stepped over the sideline, Bella Hack.
Just goes high, blasts off the hands.
24 points in the game now, 22 attacks and 2 blocks. But a service error levels us up again.
Critically for Milano, Hawk now back row. Not such an option, the tempo slows down a little bit.
Akimova is pretty passive with the serve. And that's a little bit too easy. When you just drop in one on Gabby like that, you're asking for trouble.
Hanging off their 3 practice swings at it in set number 1.
Shooting. Set it a bit shorter. Lanier receives. Now Conegliano's chance for a breakpoint lead. Gabby! It's happening.
Once more, the ability from Volleyball and the connection to speed up the ball in transition. And Navarini has chosen to play the card, take the risk.
But look,
The car for Paolo Agona will hold up.
how often do you get an opportunity to beat Conegliano at the Palo Verde? 1,592 days since it last happened. They're asking for a touch. They've got a touch. It's 23-22.
The other element now with Agona on the floor is it makes the thought in the heads of the Conegliano blockers. Is she fit? Is she a decoy? Do we need to worry about her? It's just that extra layer of intrigue. What has been a fascinating encounter.
The answer is generally yes. You do have to worry about her. 23-22, slide attack. Oh, you've got to chase that down. Ball was in the air, Curtis just couldn't get there. Kitty Keller working the slide. And this now stinks of 5 sets. Conegliano on the verge of coming back from the brink. 24-22. Oh! Just kicked into the crowd. Thought Gabby was going to give us some of that Brazilian stuff for a second.
You say Brazilian, Dave?
Brazilians, yeah, that's quite good actually. Write that down. We'll use that in context at some
We will
point.
be using that again, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Gabby, here, eh? Okay, 1 and 2, the service here. It's good, this we know very well. Gabby, you know, the trajectory for you is higher. If the ball is perfect, you can set the shot. If the ball is not good, wait. Bella, your target is this or this. Okay, with 0.
Cheeky moment from Monica De Gennaro there, just making sure that the microphone wasn't exactly in the line and making sure it was clear what was being said, but the real organisation, making sure that Gabby can get out as early as possible on reception.
Set point, Conegliano. Milano serving. It's a side out. It's simple. They've done it hundreds of times this season, thousands of times in this period of dominance. Can they do it here and send us to a 5th set? No, they can't. That is an ace serve. That is a huge moment. Sartori has come off the bench and delivered.
And Nika Dalderop in the heart of the reception group. She was prepared for this long seam. That's the ball that we're talking about, that Gabi was going to have the shorter, loopier ball. Dalderop having to take the deep seam, unable to get that cut-off angle.
Sartori, it's either going to be set point or match point coming up. Gabi. Oh, it's still in the air. Lanier. Oh, she's gone for the recycle. Conegliano too good. Second set point.
Gabi and Dalderop not making a perfect solution on the second type of asking. Agonu gets it tight. He needs to work back to a cover. She wanted the big wipe to the sideline. Needs to go back inside where her help is.
Wash with the block. Right, Kurtajic swapping with Sartori. So Fasinho's back on. Timeout's been called. Set point Conegliano. Oh, what a game.
Gabi è davanti, non c'è il 6 esagerato, 6-5, ma lei si butta, quindi o gli lavori è parallelo oppure deve essere alto. Buono, abbiamo
It shows how much of a focus there now has to be for Milano with first tempo front. So Dalderop out there, probably not an option on the pipe. Lock back row. So that ball will be a little bit slower or potentially an inside ball with a slide behind. So Gabi becomes the priority.
Set points. Good serve. Has to be Agonu. She doesn't look in a position to really put the right arm through it. Gabi gets blocked! Are you kidding? Oh, that's unbelievable.
And guess who? One of the best technical middle blockers in the game, Daniesi. She's not the biggest, she's not the most athletic, but she's in the right place with the right techniques so often.
25-25. Conegliano trying to give themselves the opportunity again. Another good block touch by Daniesi. Oh, Gabi with the tip. A lot of court to cover there for Anna Daniesi.
Really good heads-up play from Gabi. Knows that the block is scrambling, which means that the defense is unsure of what to do behind it. Just gets the ball past the block enough. Causes chaos. Zhu Ting re-enters the fray.
Yeah, Dalderop. Job done. Oh, it's overpass. Nightmare for Milano. But it's still in the air. Free ball though. Gabi feeds it in. Sarah Farr. Oh! Well, we're going 5. Fasinho did her best, but Farr just did enough. And are Conegliano going to pull this one out of the fire? It's a race to 15 for advantage in the final.
Brilliant desperation from Milano. They just hung in enough and couldn't find that last thing they needed. 3 balls set back over by Agonu. Now the question has to be asked, is she good to go for another set, or do they have to try and keep that powder dry with a chance she's fit for game 2?
27-25. We are even on points after 4 sets. It could not be closer, but they have to be separated. Here are the 4th set stats. Level on attacks. Conegliano out blocking, which is ultimately the difference. 6 errors to 5 as well. This is so so tightly of Sketcher.
It's been a fascinating backwards and forwards. It looked like Conegliano were going to take it in a canter in the early stages of the game, but Milano hung really tough. They showed enough awareness of what Conegliano was willing to give them with their block and defense positions, and they're brave enough to keep going for it and forcing the chances from changes from Conegliano. And even with the cavalcade of stars for Conegliano, it's been a phenomenal team effort from Milano to be able to keep this game as close as it has been.
So it all comes down to this. The fifth and final set. It has ebbed and flowed and nipped and tucked, and at times looked like Conegliano are going to run away with it, and other times that Vero Volley were comfortable at the Palo Verde. That record is still there to be snatched away. 1,592 days without a league defeat at home for Conegliano. But really, have they been pushed this much?
It's not often you get to find out how good you are in the nervous 1,590s.
Well, the lead slipped away from both teams, but now it's Vowash starting the fifth set. Little block there, a cheeky setter play, and De Gennaro goes full length, but somehow delivers a good ball, as she so often does. The big story, as Lanier gets blocked, is that Paola Rigonu is out there on court. She's got a right calf strapped up to the hilt. And this is where we start speculating, isn't it, Liam? Whether or not they think she's done for the rest of the series and they're just trying to get this one set out of her to see if they can get over the line. Whether or not she's absolutely fine, and this is all a Fugazi. I mean, that is still up somehow. Brilliant from Persino. And now it's a scramble for Conegliano. Igonu with the pass. Lanier with the swing. Far, can't quite direct the block.
It is a big call to leave Igonu out there. She doesn't look like she's at full power. Doesn't look like she's really wanting to move a lot off the ball either. So whether that's enough, that the threat of Igonu is enough to create some dissonance for the Conegliano block, time will tell.
Gabi. Piva. Decent reception from her. Lanier finds space backcourt. Again, look, it's all speculation at the moment, but if it is a calf and the strapping and where it is and the attention the medics were giving it would suggest it is. Strains, tears, they don't heal in 3 or 4 days.
It's going to be one of those situations where it'll be a game time decision, potentially game 2, maybe game 3 is a more realistic chance.
Mozio with the serve, Gabi with the swing, lovely angle. It's a double Desmond.
Gabi starting to look for those more aggressive angles again, the tempo picking up. Two.
Got it. Is there a touch on that? There is not. And she is not right.
She doesn't have that confidence to attack that ball at the top of the block. She's trying to find a really small edge instead of feeling like she can push down and away.
Shooting on reception, now on attack. Lanier out wide, Piva out very wide. Oh, some swing that from Bella Hack. There is now no doubt about her physical fitness out there.
She's really found her rhythm in the latter stages of this game. Maybe it falls now on Stefano Lavarini to make that decision on behalf of the team and say, I know you're a competitor, Paola, but we need to get someone out there who can go maximum right now.
Far sends that one long. No real trouble for anyone. Casino can just watch that overhead. It's nervy, isn't it? Danesi. Oh, that one's dropped. And Kurtajic makes the big play.
A different look again in the first tempo. A lovely read by Kurtajic. She gets just enough of a step and gets herself in the medium part of the court.
Well, that one's over on one. Caneliano have to convert now. But they don't. Pretty passive down the line. Danesi out to Igonu, and they shut her down. Zhu Ting.
You have to be at your best and full strength to be able to go over Zhu Ting. Anything less than that, this is going to be the result so often.
Hack. Bersinho feeds that in. Oh, it's really nicely done by Piva.
She's used some really good choice of the variation when she wants to play this ball. She has that feeling now that the block is creeping further and further to the antenna, so she can go more and more cross.
It's a good joust by Voash. And it leads to the opportunity to tee up the slide for Kiri Keller.
Either stuck on the floor. And as good as Fosinho is, very little she can do with half a court to defend by herself. Maybe a moment now. Got her back row. It's a chance to perhaps get Akimova back in the game.
Really nice from Kurtajic. Service in short, the pass on the money.
Bosio did such a good job in the early stages of the game to really keep Milano in touch. Now she needs to be able to operate with nothing really happening on the right side of her offense.
And an overpass punished. This looks really good for Milano now. This looks really good for Milano. Wow.
I said it looks nervy. There's only one side out there that looks like they're really feeling that pressure.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Because from the moment we pointed out that it looked nervy, it feels like Milano have just calmed right down. Very similar, in fact, to the way they did in the first set. All of a sudden, it's like they clicked into gear. With all those nerves, the intimidation of the Palo Verde and the defending champions, the reigning champions, just seems to wash away.
And they've let some of those little errors, the little things which aren't perfect, just roll off their back. Keep moving forward.
So Serena Sconamillo has come in to receive. She's a libero by trade. Surprise, surprise, she doesn't get many minutes from Cucinaro being in the team, but Gabby finds a way. One two-handed shovel there from the brilliant Brazilian. 6-8. Just looking at how Igonu moved it. Oh, what a block. But how good is that? I mean, Versinho. Come on.
Great discipline in positioning on the cover. The willingness for the attackers to be aggressive in the right way. To hit the top of the block and know that there's going to be someone there behind them if it passes them. They don't have to do anything extra and reach out. Lovely heads up play by Gutajic.
9-6. Oh, Mowash. Bamboozles everyone.
Fakes a little bit as well. Shows the elbow space and the bend of the knees that she's trying to pop that ball. Gets the hands just in the right spot to find the center of the floor.
9-7. Igonu. Ooh, she likes it. She likes it. I'm not sure everyone else does, but she does. They're going to challenge this. It was definitely long. Was there a touch on the way through?
Lavarini seems a little bit less confident after issuing the challenge than before.
No, it's miles away from the block. Is that the third time in this game that Igonu has insisted on a challenge? It's miles away. You were closer to making a block there than those two Conegliano players. From the commentary box.
And I can't jump either.
Yeah. And I'm sat down. Bosch. Time for Milano to get back on it. And that is how you do it. Lanier restores the 2-point lead.
And the onus now falls on Milano to finish this game. They've been getting away with some Conegliano inconsistencies and surviving a couple of ups and downs, but they have to win these last few points. That will not help.
No.
This may be that pressure, that feeling of we've come into the Palo Verde. This is the hall where it's hard to win. And we have that chance, and maybe those ghosts are starting to whispering in the ears.
This is where Conegliano can really come into their own, because they've got the likes of Zhu Ting that can produce moments like that.
Such critical execution on the high ball set to get it into the window where Zhu Ting can really run through that ball. Smiles starting to return to Conegliano faces, and the timeout for Milano will come at 10 apiece.
Woo-hoo. Game on.
And keep with this power, but she's doing what we say. She's starting from outside and she enters and she changes. So again, if you go that direction, it can only be that you anticipate the shot jumping close to the ball, or that you keep it high. If not, inside and we work. Ragazze, coperture, pronte a tanti contrattacchi, colpi alti adesso, Gambano giro di muro.
Really nice description by Lavarini about when that ball is inside, that there's really only one option for Zhu Ting to hit. She does, for Lanier, she doesn't have to run away.
Well, we're back underway, and a chance for Conegliano to lead for the first time in the 5th set. Not taken. Piva underneath it. Lanier takes Wash out, but does not take Huck out. Now Igonu. Big moment, big up. Zhu Ting. Oh, this is an incredible point, and it feels important as well. The tip, not quite good enough. Zhu Ting blocked. But the point has gone. It's a 4-touch. There was no block. It was into the net. They're going to challenge this, are they?
It's worth the challenge. Quite often in these situations, that ball that just rolls around the tape might catch a bit of the block, but this one's nowhere near.
Yeah, Danese is big on that. I mean, that is, what a rally.
Paola Egonu is extracting whatever is left in the fitness of that calf.
Well, Akimova's in. Egonu's out. Milano lead. Bella Haak. Oh, off the hands. That is enormous. That is so big from Haak.
There was nowhere else for this ball to go. The rest of the Conegliano offense was on the floor or out of the play. Despite a perfect double in front of her, finds a way to get the ball on the floor. It's one of the least enthusiastic onlookers in the hall.
Well, this game is coming to a climax. It's going to end soon, but it's the kind of game you could watch all night. We are exactly level on points, not just in this set, but in the match. And that is a swing and a miss from Vita Akimova. An ominous lead for Milano. Conegliano hit the front.
Sarah Farr needs to be ready. The right side set from Bossio now will highly likely be tipped in her direction.
That is the crystal ball of Liam Sketcher. Oh, it's an ace from Farr. Forget the tip. It's an enormous contribution from the great middle blocker.
I don't know about you, Dave, but Julia Gelon believes. The look on her face, her reaction, she's all in. She thinks that this one is not finished yet and needs her teammates to fight their way through. There may be a change coming for Milano.
It's a ruthless sport at this level, isn't it? Because Akimova makes one error and she's going to have to sit on that now, because she's on the bench and Egonu is back in. It's, well, a quite incredible position Conegliano find themselves in now. Oh yes, Dagnese. I mean, if there's anything faster than first tempo, we've just seen it.
She is fully committed on her approach, and she just gets her hand through the ball before the block has any, or the blocker has any chance to make a decision. There's barely any time to react. Great execution.
So Sartori is in. She came in and served an ace before. That's a good reception. Haak. Match point. Match point, Conegliano.
She's had to really earn the opportunity to put Conegliano in this situation. They've had so many ups and downs in this match, but her quality shines through.
Adigwe coming in to serve to try and win the match. Well, for Milano, how many opportunities like this are they going to have? First match point is gone, but now it is a side out for victory. And is this the mark of a champion team? Conegliano have been off the boil for long periods. But a timeout coming here from Lavarini. Let's try and listen in. I think that timeout's caught everybody by surprise. We've not got any audio, but I think we can get the gist of it. It's going to be a mix of tactical from the coaches, and the time is now messaging for the players. Some of those lads forgot their t-shirts. Good for them, they're having a lovely time, but the players have provided a remarkable spectacle. Then a volley Milano serving. to stay in the match. Pietrini's in and the serve is long. What a way for the game to end. They're going to challenge this, but it hasn't passed the eye test. The ball is long. Conegliano's remarkable run of home games undefeated continues. 1,592 days and counting. The ball's out, the game is won. Conegliano have pulled this one from the fire. Is it the mark of a champion team? Yes, it is. Will Vero Volley have a better opportunity to beat Conegliano? Well, we're going to have to wait and see, but what a start to the final series. And the reigning champions, by hook or by crook, have beaten a very spirited, very high quality Vero Volley Milano team. Look at these set scores: 25-20, 25-27, 20-25, 27-25, 15-13. 5 sets of volleyball, 2 hours 25 minutes, and just 2 points separating the teams at the end of it. Liam Sketcher, your thoughts?
This was a fascinating back and forth. Conegliano at some point looked like they'd lost belief in what they're trying to achieve. They weren't executing the tactical ideas that Santarelli had for them to execute tonight. And Milano looked like they'd really grabbed a hold of how the game was going to be played. They were using the space that was provided to them. They seemed like they were confident and things were moving nicely. But when it comes down to it, winning in the Palo Verde is not just about beating the Conegliano court, the team on the court. It's about beating the atmosphere. It's about beating the history. And as they found out tonight, that is a massive hill to overcome. They can take some confidence into game number 2. The big question is, will they be taking Paolo Egonu into game number 2?
Well, that is, isn't it? I mean, we're looking at the stats here, but it's all relative. It finishes 3-2. The stats were even, the scoring was even. Egonu, moments that she had a slow start to the game, then she started to dominate, and then whatever went pop, went pop. But it's all about that team tonight. Gabby leading the singing with the Panteri fans. But they've got to do this many more times, and they've got the Champions League to think of as well. They're playing Vakif Bank in that tournament. We are in Milano on Wednesday. The game starts at the same time. Oh, so important, Liam, for Milano to try and get something at home.
It really is all or nothing in game 2. To be down 2-0 and to have to come back to this venue once more and try and wrap it up, that is a huge, huge ask. So it's almost a last roll of the dice, but this is why we play the games. It might be another twist in the tail, and we might get to see if they can make sure that the unbeaten record here in the Palo Verde doesn't make it to the 1,600-day mark.
Liam, pleasure to share this one with you, and a pleasure to share it with you wherever you've been watching around the world. Mochi De Gennaro with another phenomenal performance and another gong to go with it. We'll be here on Wednesday. We bet you will as well. Until then, goodbye.
Mochi De Gennaro, una grande rimonta faticosa come era previsto.
Sì, siamo partiti alla grande, poi non so cosa ci è preso, abbiamo fatto tutto noi, loro sicuramente sono cresciute durante la partita. Dai, sono le finali, sappiamo che per poter vincere bisogna lottare palla su palla, l'abbiamo visto stasera, loro non mollano mai e abbiamo, penso, fatto un gran risultato.
Qualche ruggine si diceva poteva esserci dopo tanti giorni ferme, si è visto un po' da tutte le parti.
Beh, sì, ci sta, ci può stare, ma penso che si sia visto anche belli scambi, una gran pallavolo da entrambe le parti.